Welcome to the highlights of the fourth day's play in this first test between the Windies and Sri Lanka in the Cricket West Indies International Home Series 2018. At the Queen's Park Oval, it was another sunlit morning at the beginning of a crucial day's play, and the game very well set up. The Windies were 131 for 4 with Kieran Powell not out on 64 and Shane Dorridge on 11. 2 wickets to Lahiru Kumara. He's been outstanding in this test match, bowling with pace and hostility. What it did mean was that the Windies were 360 runs ahead in trying to set up a total for Sri Lanka. The pitch started out the test match with a tinge of green, and as you would expect, that was burned off, and the plates, the cracks started to appear more and more deeper into this test match. Let's go straight to the top of the action now with Darren Ganga and Roshan Abhisingha.
Penultimate day of this first test between these two teams. Kieran Powell, he's been excellent yesterday with the bat, and he will continue his innings.
First ball of the day. Straight away looking for that swing, looking to pitch the ball up, which is a good thing. Need to search for whatever available movement earlier on. Too short and punched off the back foot. That's not a good start. That was a loosener and just the type of sighter that Powell wanted. Gently short on the back foot.
He continues where he left off. Kieran Powell, he's been excellent yesterday afternoon with the bat for the Windies. And what I like about him is his strike rate. It's 84 at the moment, and it's the highest.
Oh, that's a good one. That is really a good one. That's what we are talking about. There is some bounce, uneven sometimes.
Indeed, confirmation that if you put the ball in the right area, something just might happen different to what you're accustomed to on this surface. That one bounce, maybe got a little bit of extra pace. Luckily for Dorridge.
Straight away the short one, just short of the man at square leg. It was nicely set up. There was a man on the square leg boundary, good effort. Roshan Silva really had to cover a fair bit of ground, had to come running in, not easy.
Was a very good effort by Roshan Silva. Was diving forward, just felt he had a half opportunity to get the ball in his hands. Just falling short. That's the commitment you want to see, despite Sri Lanka being behind.
That was bound to happen. That was bound to happen with the mid-off fielding close and the bowler bowling over the wicket. Can't blame either.
We spoke about his straight drives. Again, full face of the bat presented.
Oh, that's close. That is close. That stayed down. And Lahiru Kumara has struck. The two batsmen are going to have a word. Will they refer it? Oh, I think he's going to walk away. Sri Lanka have got their 5th wicket. And young Lahiru Kumara, what a game he's having. His 3rd wicket in the 2nd innings.
Persistence paying off for Kumara. Another important wicket for the Sri Lankans. It will just delay the inevitable. Possibly going down the leg side. The umpire confident that it was making contact with the leg stump. But there was inward movement and the bounce a little bit lower. Though it goes for 13, it's 149 for 5.
The tall figure of the Windies captain, Jason Holder, is the new man in.
Gone for the big one. Clearly, the West Indian captain has decided that he's going to go for the big shots now. With the double bounce that we've seen, he reckons that getting to 430, 440 as quickly as possible. Nice shot. Could go for a boundary. The outfield slowed down just a little bit the other day with the rains, but good running. They've taken 3 runs. They've shown an urgency, particularly after Jason Holder has come in. Again, he's got this one. Probably didn't come as quickly as he thought it would. Short delivery again. This time he was prepared. He was not going to defend. He was going to go for it. And it's hit him on the glove and then onto the grill. So he's actually finished with his shot before the ball has come.
Gets that reverse sweep to the left of the backward point for 4. 400 now is the lead for the Windies.
And what a good shot this. Rolled his wrists over to make sure that the ball was hit along the ground. There was a backward point fielder, so he didn't want to get caught there. Look at the way he's rolled his wrists. Beautiful shot this. One of the modern shots, and so effective, so effective.
Not anymore. I guess he heard me. Jason Holder gets a 6. That's the type of approach you expect from the Windies. When you have a dominant position, you got to drive it home.
You're the intent clear. Yeah, the plan would have been to make sure you don't lose too many wickets, get into a position from where you can really go for it.
Nice sweep shot. Jason Holder gets another boundary. A diving effort on the fence, couldn't prevent it. He's shown some creativity, some innovation. We've seen that reverse sweep. This time the conventional one.
Oh, lovely shot. Holder this time, using the reach. Making sure Herath can't reach it.
Wonderful straight drive. He's growing in stature as a batsman. He considers himself a genuine all-rounder.
4 fours and a 6. Got him. 88. Kieran Powell. That's Vandersay. Jeffrey Vandersay, the substitute fielder, picking up a smart catch. Diving in front.
You just sensed that he was going into a rut. Kieran Powell, he just slowed his scoring down. His strike rate was over 80 and it dropped to 70. Maybe just thinking about that 3-finger landmark. Too many things on his mind.
Paul hanging around just to clarify that front foot. We see that happen with Dilruwan Pereira. His foot goes out there and then it comes back in. Long walk back. He's batted so well. Kieran Powell playing against the spin. That's what went aerial. Very good catch. Smart catch from Jeffrey Vandersay. .88. Kieran Powell 80. 191 for 6.
Well, that's useful. That's a boundary. That will bring up the 200. No third man. For short and wide. We should just pouncing on it. Pasting on it, if that's the right word. Yes, they got a good opportunity. That's the Sri Lankan batsman to try and make amends for their first inning mistakes. A few that they made. Kusal Pereira will be one who will really want to put that innings behind him. Ranganahera thinks that's out, and so does umpire Kettleborough. Well, it's been referred straight away.
Yeah, the front foot's fine. Can we have front on, please? Spin vision, if possible. Okay, can you just rock and roll that in there, please? Oh, just zoom in there. That's not one of the great pictures. See where he's hit it. It's not that. All right, okay, let's go with Ultra Edge then, please. I'm pretty confident there's no bat there. Can we go through to ball tracking, please? Come in now, Richard, ball tracking, mate. Pitching in line, impact in line, and hitting the wickets. Hitting the wickets, Richard. Go back on screen, please. Richard, can you stick with your decision of out, please? Give him out. Thank you very much. Well done, Richard.
Well, I think Holder thought it would have pitched outside the leg stump, but in the end it was clearly proven that it pitched in line. So Sri Lanka dismisses the captain of the West Indies. Another look.
I agree with you, Roshan. I think that's why he went up with the review. In trying to accelerate scoring, he goes for 39 at nearly a runner ball, 2 or 3 for 7.
That's gone fine. Will run away to the boundary. Useful runs for the West Indies. Sri Lanka have been looking to try and bowl a few dot balls, and that ball just jagging back at the left-hander. Very useful runs. Maybe we'll talk about it after lunch. It's 209 for 7 as the first session ends. West Indies leading by 438 runs. Bishu is on 12 and Roach on 1.
At lunch, the Windies had moved on to 209 for 7. Kyran Powell dismissed for 88. Very disappointing for him. 39 to Jason Holder at a runner ball, almost 12 to Bishu, and a single to Kemar Roach. 3 wickets to Lahiru Kumara. He continues to go from strength to strength, and a couple of wickets for Ranganahera, which meant that the Windies were 438 runs ahead. Good afternoon, Russell Arnold.
Good afternoon, Ian. Good afternoon to all our viewers. I'd reckon another 50 minutes. I can afford to bat 45 to 50 minutes.
Yeah, that tells me this is not about another hour. That shot from Devendra Bishu. I wonder if we'll see Lahiru Kumara at the other end in this situation. May not.
Try and finish the innings off. That's what the Sri Lankans should be thinking, because they'll be burnt down.
More runs. Every delivery has had intent in it here after lunch.
Interesting that
Boran Suranga Lakmal is after it. Very well done.
A lot more pace in that last delivery from Dilruwan Pereira. 216 for 7. Just over middle stump.
Hit it behind square. Just one.
Trying to force the batsman to hit against the spin. A little tougher. Dilruwan Pereira hasn't got the ball to spin sharply. And Kemar Roach just go with the angle. Lead up to 449.
Lead now is 450.
End of another Herat over. 72 gone in the second innings. The Windies 223 for 7.
And the declaration has come. Jason Holder has called his men in. So it was a matter of getting to that 450. And now Roach and Bishu and Gabriel and Cummins will have to go to work on Chandimal and Mendis and Pereira and company. So the Windies have declared twice in the test match, as you heard from Darren Ganga. First time since 1985 that it has happened for a West Indies team.
Yeah, the small roller. That's what he's decided on, Dinesh Chandimal. Kusal Pereira. Kusal Mendis will be coming out shortly. Point to prove, Kusal Pereira dismissed first ball. So 56 overs remain today, the fourth day here in this test match. And 146 overs if Sri Lanka want to survive.
Not long after the resumption, after lunch, the Windies declared on 223 for 7. By that time, Bishu had moved on to 16 and Roach had gone to 11. Kumara was the leading wicket taker for Sri Lanka, as he was in the first innings of this match, and a couple of wickets to Ranganahera. So Sri Lanka set a total of 453 to try to win this first test. Such a significant part, I think, not only of the test match but of the tour for Sri Lanka. After being skittled for 185 in the first innings, Kusal Pereira, who was out on the first ball he faced, will be thinking now that's so important to establish a good foundation for the team with Kusal Mendis. 4 test match hundreds. And again, I think early on for me, just watching and observing Kusal Mendis, when I first saw him down in Sri Lanka, the outside edge is the thing you've got to look to exploit, as you do with many batsmen and particularly openers. Roach. Good start in terms of the carry. I think he does get turned around, Kusal Mendis, quite often from what I've seen when pitches have a little bit in it.
No holding back. It was there. He will play it. Very good shot from Kusal Pereira. Nice way to get off the mark now. Shannon Gabriel straight away. He wants a change in the field. But he's got to understand that was a poor delivery. Oh, lovely. 3 balls, he's off to 10. That was the best shot of the lot. Not unduly worried about what happened in the first innings. He's letting his instincts take over. But what we have seen in the second innings, though, is just good shots. The ball's there in his zone, just leaning into it. Live in the moment, and at the moment, 2 Sri Lankan openers are finding the middle of the bat. The ball both starting to look good. They're both playing their own games. Kusal Mendis, first boundary for him. There was width on offer.
And he's gone. What a beauty of a delivery from Shannon Gabriel. What a beauty. But nothing much that he could do. But then that's a problem with somebody like a Kusal Pereira, because his bat speed is always going to be quick. He's always going to be jabbing hard at the ball. He's not going to be playing with soft hands. Taking the no ball. I don't think there's any problem with that.
A big blow. Kusal Pereira was looking good. He got squared up. And ball bounced and went through quite quickly. It went at good pace. Good sharp catch at slip. Look at that. Shannon Gabriel just letting him know. It's 21 for 1. Kusal Pereira goes for 12. Dinesh Chandimal comes out at number 3. Once again, to my liking, it's a little bit too early. He would have liked to settle in the dressing room and watch the openers prepare a nice stable foundation.
Off the mark straight away.
Another one. They're asking the question. They're very confident. Very, very confident.
Well, Jason Holder's looking at Gabriel. Gabriel seems to be confident. The first slip is not very confident. He's behind.
Might be able to find out from Ultra Edge, but it was very close indeed.
Well, there seems to be some sort of a sound. Yes, yes, yes. There was a sound. And 15 seconds were taken. You had to refer it within 15 seconds. And it wasn't referred.
Yeah, the Ultra Edge, look at this.
But as the ball goes past, you can actually hear a bit of a nick in your ears from the stump mic. Nice shot. That should be a boundary. Oh, good chase. Very good chase by Roston Chase.
Well done, Sonny.
Nice shot again. There are open spaces and you've got to try and cash in on that. That'll be a boundary. Gets right on top as he punches it through the covers. Kusal Mendis. So that is where the odd ball is climbing up. The odd ball will likely keep it low.
That last delivery, rapid. But look at Chandimal just waiting for the ball and then pushing it with the pace. It was 150 the last ball.
Yes. He's tucked it quite nicely. Now maybe the bowler might have come in his way, but yes, if the throw had been on target, on top of the stumps. Yes. He had to gather it from near the batting crease, so that took the extra second away. Oh, that's down the leg side. It's easy runs that. Kusal Mendis just tucking the ball away on the pads. Easily done. He's got to get his length right. He's also got to get his line right. You can see that straight away down the leg side.
Oh, that's a good one. That's another good one. Just that bounce and movement. Well, the holder is making a bit torrid for the Sri Lankan batsman with the bounce is extracting, not much the pace. Well, this is going to delight the two gentlemen just joining. Darren Ganga and Ian Bishop to take it through for the next half hour.
Not for the first time we've seen a bowler start short and wide and put away for 4 quite competently by Dinesh Chandimal. He's looked really competent even at this number 3 position in both innings.
I agree. He scored a brilliant 44. Was very composed. Unfortunate for him in the first innings. Couldn't carry on. But he's always looked like he has a lot of time on the ball.
Oh, Shane Dorrich is in pain as well. Wonder if the ball swerved as it came towards Dorrich, and usually it's a sign it's hit the finger. A lot of former wicket keepers, if you meet them in real life, have really bent and twisted fingers from years of pounding.
Extra pace, extra bounce, yeah. Tip of the fingers on the left hand. Must be painful. Where he's batted in the 4th innings between the period 2012 and 2018. So not a large percentage success for him scoring runs. A little bit of leg cut.
Two problems here for Dinesh Chandimal. Physiotherapist hasn't come out, just one of the emergency fieldsmen is that doctor will make his way onto the field.
It allows for his left elbow to be higher as well. It looks really unfortunate for Sri Lanka. He's just holding his head, Dinesh Chandimal. Maybe a migraine.
Former captain Angelo Matthews comes to the crease. He had a torrid time at the back end of a second day, hit in the head by Shannon Gabriel. Dropped at slip and then nicked off by Jason Holder. Well, that was interesting because Kyran Powell actually took evasive action from the ball and allowed it Ole to go down to Kemar Roach, who got a hand on it and couldn't stop it.
Well, Nick Potas, the fielding coach for the Windies, wouldn't be happy with this.
pretty straight. The Windies, they're pleading for it. They don't get it. Holder's gone upstairs. Immediate reaction.
Okay. Front foot fine. Let's move on to front on spin vision, please. It looks like there's no bat. Can you just get in closer and that, line the bat and the ball up? Yeah, I'm pretty happy there's no. Let's have a bit of ultra edge, please. Just rock and roll that through again for me. I'm sure there's no bat here. No, there's no bat there. Can we go to ball tracking, please? Ball tracking coming now. Pitching outside, impact in line and missing the wickets. Go back on field, please, to Richard. You heard that, Richard. You're on screen now, mate. Go, stick with your decision. Well done, fella.
Knocks the bails off, Alim Dar, so that's stay here on the fourth day of the first test match.
At tea, Sri Lanka was 65 for 1. Kusal Pereira was the man dismissed for 12. Mendis was there on 24 and 8. Angelo Matthews. Dinesh Chandimal, the captain, was looking very well until he started to feel a little bit ill and had to retire hurt. The only wicket to fall went to Shannon Gabriel. He picked up 1 for 21. Which meant that Sri Lanka needed a further 388 to win the test match.
The geography. And a very nice shot. Angelo Matthews, he's much more comfortable against the slow bowler of Devendra Bishu.
Yeah, mid-off was up. You'd say the circle if it was one-day game. Matthews hit it hard, but ideally, he lost a bit of control. He wanted to hit it over the fielder, a lot higher than that.
Another boundary for Angelo Matthews to end the over. An expensive one, 10 runs coming from it. It's 78 for 1.
A reason to wave the flag. A few runs are flowing. Angelo Matthews looking a lot more comfortable at the crease. Sri Lanka's most experienced player, you'd have to say Sri Lanka's best player in this team.
Clipped away. A lot of bottom hand. It goes all the way.
A good hit. On the pads is very strong. That did go over, but umpire Kettleborough needing some help. Generally, his partner Alim Dar would be at square leg. But if he's standing there, he's looking into the sun, so he's standing on the offside. And it's difficult for him to spot that so far away. There we are.
End of the day's play. Growing in confidence. Mendis. Over pitch delivery, angling down the leg side. Very nice. Classical. Extra cover drive. He'll get a boundary. Kusal Mendis is growing in stature in this innings.
Said good from Matthews. Even better from Kusal Mendis. Leaning into it. Kemar Roach went wide of the crease, trying to angle that ball at the stumps. An appeal. Gabriel straight away creating some problems for Matthews, but I think that was sliding down leg side. Pitched up, but Matthews on the back foot.
Shannon Gabriel replacing Kemar Roach, his first delivery posing problems for Angelo Matthews. Couple things here. Was that delivery going down the leg side? Secondly, Angelo Matthews might just be hurt. There was no protection to the back of the leg.
Yeah, it's missed the pads.
And waiting on the short delivery. That's what he sets himself for. Angelo Matthews' experience coming to the fore.
Oh. Turned and bounced. Was it a drop?
Well, was it a drop? I think we need to take a look. Ultra Edge will tell us. Let's see. It's a bit difficult to tell you that way. Yes, it's a catch. Bottom edge. How crucial will this be? Nasty, really nasty. He's bowling his heart out, Shannon Gabriel, putting everything into it.
Oh, hesitation. Gets back. Needed a direct hit because the wicket keeper, Dowrich, had a long way to go to the stumps, and the fielder at mid-wicket did well in trying to get to the stumps. There was a single. Matthews initially took off. Then sends Kusal Mendis back, perfectly placed into the gap. Go up again. Nothing from Dowrich.
Well, there was already a time today when he got his outside edge hit and the Windies didn't go up. It was too late when they decided to review. .50 for Kusal Mendis. Well played in a difficult situation for him, adding another little stat to a burgeoning career, trying to dig his team out of a hole.
They'll keep peppering him. He's got to be careful. It's very deep in his crease.
Squeezed away for 4 off the last ball of the over. 118 for 1. Oh, a soft one down the leg side. Just talking about whether they can last out the day. And Jason Holder's change of end has snaffled Angelo Matthews. They're going to check the front foot.
Bowling at his body, Angelo Matthews. Well, he'll have to keep walking because that's a legal delivery. I wouldn't say that's unfortunate. He's gone across trying to deflect that, but hopping into the shot, Angelo Matthews. Easy decision for Kettleborough because the bat's well away from the body. Well, the partnership is broken. Matthews gone for 31. It's 123 for 2. Roshan Silva is in.
Yeah, the Windies will just lift their confidence a bit with that wicket. Very nice. Through the gap, and the timing was very good.
He's been batting well, Kusal Mendis, and playing it on the up this time around. It wasn't a half volley, but he's played it on the up and he's hit it between those two fielders, more importantly.
Just nearly. I think his soft hands allow the ball to bounce all the way to the second slip. Correct, Brathwaite. Causing problems, Jason Holder. Pulled away. It's got the distance. The timing was good. Very good shot from Kusal Mendis. He's well set.
He's got into position so early. He picked the line, he picked the length so early.
Off the outside edge. This one clearly turning. Just be held back. But enticing the drive. That is what is going to present an opportunity for a wicket. No ball, Shannon Gabriel. He's been guilty of a few of these in this innings.
Well, he's got away with a couple of no balls, not this one though. This one's again a big one. Can't really miss out on that.
Go into the boundary. Beaten by this delivery. And it didn't threaten his wicket at all.
Yes, there's no third man there. There's a big gap between that gully and that one fielder in the slips.
Take it on the full, and that's threw mid off. That's a boundary. So Sri Lanka looking to wipe off as much as they can from the target. Quite a friendly full toss. Short. That's a poor delivery. Banged away. I think Bishu should be looking at coming over the wicket. The 50 partnership is up.
Takes Mendes into the 90s as well. And with a nearly, well, 3 overs and 4 deliveries left, the possibility of a test match 100 today. Fantastic young player.
Oh, that is a soft dismissal. Roshan Silva goes for 14. Sri Lanka could have ill afforded that. That tells you the story, but did that ball stop on the batsman? Let's take a look.
Wonder if he tried to close the face of the bat on it. Would have stopped a bit, but he looked as though he was trying to bunt it into the onside from off stump as well. As soft a dismissal as you will ever see from Roshan Silva. Goes for 14, 175 for 3.
Night watchman in. So West Indies will look to try and crowd him, attack him, create some pressure already. Silly point, short leg, slip gully. Crucial time of the day to lose a wicket with just 2 or 3 overs left. Solid. I think I heard a sound. Not sure whether that was on the pad. Could be inside edge. They're talking about it, thinking about it. 10 seconds, they say. I think there were definite 2 sounds, but let's see whether there was an inside edge or pad bat. Oh, big one. Big inside edge. I think they were lucky that they didn't refer it. They'd have lost it straight away. Well played. Well played. He's watching the ball carefully. It's a very determined effort by Gamage. He's looking to be defensive. He's just making sure that he protects his wicket. Now the umpires are going to confer. Well, they're going off. Sri Lanka will be kicking themselves. That last delivery 150 Ks, so Shannon Gabriel has worked up a good head of steam, but Sri Lanka will be kicking themselves with that wicket of Roshan Silva.
A competitive day of Test match cricket saw Sri Lanka end the 4th day on 176 for 3. It could have been so much better, though Kusal Mendis batted beautifully for 94 and still there. They'll be disappointed that Roshan Silva fell cheaply. 14 to him, and Angelo Matthews, after putting up good resistance, went for 31. A wicket apiece for Gabriel, Jason Holder and Davindra Bishu. So Sri Lanka still need a further 277 to try to win the Test match.